Okay, our participants at home, I'm sure were patiently waiting for us. Thank you at home for your patience. We were figuring out some technical difficulties here in the learning studio. All right, we're letting people get on. Right now, we have 4 people in the learning studio and another 16 at their homes. So that is a great turnout. Thanks, 17 at their homes. Thank you for being with us out there. I do have Gail in the office with me too. And she is getting the attendees for us. Is that everybody? Yep. We'll get
18
everybody.
now.
Okay, and hopefully everybody can hear us out there.
Right.
Thumbs up in the learning studio. All right, so we have Chef Mark with us as well as Anne Marie, and we are happy to all be together. It's been a little while. I am going to go ahead and share my screen with our agenda and also the reminder to our folks to be sure to utilize the Q&A box for your questions, and I will do my best to monitor that. So here is our agenda. And thumbs up, Anne-Marie, if you see it. Okay, and I'm just gonna make it a little bit bigger here because to me it looks small. Okay, great. For those of you that submitted questions in advance, that's great, or topics, we always appreciate that. And so we'll start with kind of some general stuff about events coming up. So one of which is in July in a couple weeks here, and we just posted the flyer for the next July barbecue for Chef Mark. So Chef Mark, do you want to tell us what you are featuring this month?
This month we will have the summer barbecue. We'll have grilled brats or turkey burgers. We'll also have potato salad. We'll be making homemade potato salad. We'll have apple cranberry coleslaw. We'll have corn on the cob, which is a huge favorite around here. And I think, Natalie, you're doing s'mores?
I think Gail is doing s'mores.
Oh.
We found all of our cute little s'more signs, and it'll be fun on that new bonfire.
Oh, yeah. So that'll be on for the next summer barbecue. I'm sure everyone has seen all the flyers by now.
So the barbecue is July 28th, and you need
Yes.
to RSVP by July 25th.
Correct.
And to do that, you do it online, just like normal,
Like
just
a
a
normal
few
reservation.
days earlier than the typical 24-hour notice. And then these barbecues, we have been trying to allow guests as well.
Yes.
So guests are welcome.
Yes.
And we'll see how hot it is this month. I recall last month it was one of those 90-ish degree days. So we'll see what we get this time. And we do have the next barbecue scheduled. That one is for August 25th. So I don't know if Mark has a little glimpse of that menu. I don't think we've gotten that far yet, right, Mark?
No. And we're not doing any spoilers anyway. We're gonna have some fun.
No spoilers on dining
No
out.
spoilers.
We'll take suggestions. How about that even?
That'll work.
Perfect.
That'll work.
Okay, so we hope you will join us there. So we are going to cruise on down. Just a little team member update.
Oh, wait, can we go back?
Yeah.
When we're making a reservation for the barbecue, if you can say what your preferred meat is, that would be helpful in knowing
Oh,
our
yes.
counts.
That's right. Thank you. Okay, be sure to note your meat in what box, Anne Marie?
And the
Comment section.
the comments, special instructions.
Special instructions toward the end of your checkout.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, and do you want, we better touch on the how it works with the all you can eat versus how we have it set up. So can we talk about the pricing and how it all works?
Yes, with the all you can eat, the pricing would have to be obviously more because we'd have to get more product. With the pricing we have here is made for not all you can eat, but there's plenty of food. I think people will definitely get their fill of a plate for the pricing we have. So at this time, we have the pricing like for the summer barbecue that's coming up on the 28th. It's $17. That's very comparable for all of the food and meats that you'll have for that day. I would like to do all you can eat, but the price will absolutely go up. And from when I talk to some of the residents, they do not want the price higher than where it is.
And it seemed like the majority of residents were happy with what
With
they
the-
received.
Correct. They felt
They-
like it was
yeah.
plenty.
And I think that also kind of the same feedback with Mother's Day. When we had the Mother's Day buffet, that is really an all you can eat, and that price was just, it was too high for
Mhm.
that. So
Okay.
trying to
perfect.
listen to the feedback.
Okay, anything else on our barbecues? And do we anticipate August being the last barbecue until next season?
Maybe we
Doesn't
can
have to
squeeze
be.
another.
We
It doesn't
were-
have to. We can squeeze another one in there, maybe. We'll have
Probably
to
get
see.
one in July, in September.
Yeah.
All right, to be determined.
Mhm.
The feedback, if it by popular demand, we'll be happy to do it again in September.
Yes.
All right, awesome. I'll come back in September, Mark.
That's perfect.
Okay, should we cruise on down to the team member update?
Were you
Yeah.
a team member?
Yep. So we did have residents request an updated poster with pictures of all our new servers. So I am trying to hold off until we get all of the new folks in there, so I don't have to make several versions of the poster. So it sounds
Yeah.
like we still have a
One
couple
more.
new people in the queue
Mhm.
to be starting pretty soon, right, Mark?
Correct. So I would definitely wait until we get the whole team in order to make your poster instead of having to update it.
Okay, that's awesome. And from what I understand, we are still in the process of recruiting 2 more servers.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct.
We've got
All right.
Hayden plays football, so we're just also trying to look ahead to those fall sports. So we've got a lot of new people coming in, but then we also have to be aware of those fall sports too. So we're trying to plan ahead as much as possible to get our team members in.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, and you've seen some new faces, but also the familiar face. Well, maybe 2 familiar faces. If you got to work with Hayden Kelly yet, that is James Kelly's son, and he's probably much taller than you remember him. And
Yeah.
then I am forgetting Mimi's daughter's name, Mark.
Sierra.
Sierra, yes.
Yes.
So Sierra is another team member's daughter, and
Mhm.
they also lived on our campus for a short period of time. So that's pretty neat when we get the second generation in here.
And they're happy to work too, I'll tell you.
Yep, yep,
Very
that's
excited.
great.
Sierra's very excited, and Mimi shared that she's going to be helping recruit some of her friends and
Oh,
bringing them
yes.
over to the Cedars. So she's very
Correct.
excited and having a great time.
Yeah, she did mention that to me, so hopefully she can succeed on that end.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to talk about, Anne Marie or Mark, the training for those
Yep.
servers coming up on the 21st?
Yep, so we've just been, so we should have the majority of our new team members coming in, aside from the 2 that more will be adding. So we're gonna be doing a new team member training on July 21st with them. And so we'll be doing that and looking forward to meeting them, working with them and training them. So it's not just one day, it is a continuous process. So, but it is one of the days where we go through a lot of our standards and the details and working through those things. The other exciting thing that's on here is parent night. And so that is something that we're wanting to do as a employer, is connecting not only just with the employee, but also their family and their parents. So then their parents can see where they work and what they do, and meet the people and whom they work with. So just trying to continue to grow those community relationships and strengthen that bond. And hopefully the parents then too will talk about what a great place of employment it is, and kind of continue to get the word out that Cedars is a place to work.
Spread the good word.
Yeah, so we'll be looking at that probably sometime in August. Potentially, we might even have the parents dine with us in the dining room and kind of let them have that experience. You know, something we started thinking about is that, you know, I worked at a pizza place. And so if my mom wanted to come and dine where I was working with, she could. And so she could come and dine there. But at the Cedars, it is private. And so family members can't really come in and dine and see their child in action. So we thought this might be kind of a fun thing to do for that.
Yeah, I would attend that as a parent.
I would too,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, I had a question that I accidentally dismissed in the Q&A, and I'll go ahead and answer it live. The question was, are we going to have a farewell party for the servers who have graduated? So that is something that we have enjoyed in the past. Unfortunately, we felt it was a little different this year because the majority of those graduating seniors that we had already had to leave us much sooner than they originally planned. So we ended up having 4 of those team members resign, and it was an immediate resignation based on the other needs and things they had going on in the summer. So originally we did plan to have a celebration, but then that number dwindled and they were just too busy and were not able to attend to that. That is always something special that we like to do when we're able to do that. And of course, when they're able to join us for that. I do not discourage any of you from celebrating I believe we have 1 remaining Manny still with
Manny.
us. So
Yeah.
by all means, we celebrate Manny every day. Yeah, we are so grateful for Manny. And if you wanted to give him a card or anything like that, by all means, you are welcome to do so. We just won't do any kind of formal gathering.
Mhm.
Okay. Anything else on our team members? We're solid with all you chefs and sous chefs and lead
Yes.
cooks back there. So that's
Woo-hoo.
great.
Yes.
Knock on wood.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right, we are moving down to reservations. I think we just wanted to do just a general conversation about reservations. This was something that came up in the most recent Cedars Voices in terms of kind of a reiteration of why we are continuing this whole process of reservations. So I know we did talk about it a little bit at the last Cedars Voices, and it was something we wanted to be sure to include today. So I will let Anne Marie jump in, or Chef Mark.
I know that reservations and staffing, we're getting more team members on board, but staffing numbers are still not at a stable point to where we really feel secure with the amount of team members that we'll have per night. And so it continues to be helpful, and it continues to be something that we do practice from shore to shore of having those dining room reservations and all of our independent living dining. So we have the reservations at the Cook Valley Estates. We have the reservations as well in the Chelsea main dining room. And then we also have the reservations at the Cedars at Dexter. So it really helps with the wait staff, managing the tables, understanding what the needs are going to be for the evening, and planning those things and helping us be able to navigate the meal service appropriately and with quality service for you.
And Mark, is there any feedback on that from your perspective, or feedback from the servers?
No, the servers are looking forward to the dining training because as we all know, most of these staffers that come in has never worked before. So they look forward to learning how to do things the proper way. They have high expectations when it comes to serving and waiting on residents here, and they are in fear of making any mistake. So they want to make sure that they get trained right. They constantly come back every day. We got new servers coming in, we're training as we go. And that's why Anne Marie and I decided to just do another server training and more in the future, so they can get it down pack and they're super comfortable with how to greet you, how to take plates away, how to remove plates, how to set a drink down, everything. So they are very excited on wanting to know how the proper way of dining service works. So that's a great thing.
I think that, yeah, with the reservations, we've really seen less of that anxiety that really kind of comes, to the wait staff when they're trying to wait on tables and just being overwhelmed. And so I think that has really helped. And I think that's also helped with, their employee satisfaction. So they feel like they can be successful in the dining room and successful in their job.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
I do have some servers that come in, they be like, oh my, we got so many people. I'm like, you can handle this, I promise. So they are absolutely not ready to just, have not reservations. They need it. We also need it as well because we want to give the proper service that is needed for the Cedars residents. So.
Okay, we did have a training tip come through on the Q&A. They just wanted to make sure part of the training is to remind our servers not to touch the top of the glass or the mug when they are setting them down. That is a great tip.
And not to call you guys.
Yes.
Yes, I'm sure that will all be covered with Anne Marie's. She gives them a PowerPoint and everything, so. Okay.
All right.
Okay, we are caught up in the Q&A as of now, but even if you think of something later, folks at home, feel free to go ahead and type it in the Q&A. We'd be happy to answer something at the end, even if it's not, in the right section. So we will go ahead and cruise down here to number 4, seasonal menu highlights. And we will let Chef Mark talk about some new items and some items that have been brought back to those new table side menus.
Yes, so these items are majority for dinner. Items to pick, we have the apricot stir fry. That was one of the favorites for a weekly special that I used to have, so I added that to the menu. It's selling really good too. Selling really good. The apricot glaze chicken stir fry. So pork chop is another one with the pineapple, homemade pineapple chutney on there. We've added that. What is it? A barbecue burger. I went back and forth with Anne Marie on what to call it.
That's Mark made that up, put it on the menu, and I said that's actually Sammy's favorite burger.
So that one's selling pretty good.
Give it a try. It's a delicious burger.
It is, and it's selling pretty good for lunch as well. So hummus and pita, that's a classic. That one has been here before, that has came back. That's selling pretty decent. Avocado chicken sandwich, I don't think I've only had that for a special before. That's selling really good. So those 5 burgers, entrees, appetizers are really big. So we're proud to have them on the menu. The staff always has a little competition of how many appetizers they can push because they want to push their favorite appetizer. So I don't know. The staff here is just having fun with the menu. So everything is working out pretty good with that menu.
Okay.
We also have the summer salad that you've added with the strawberries, blueberries, and raspberries.
Yes, that's a summer salad. That's huge right there too. I forgot about it. But yeah, the summer salad is really good. It's just a very good berry salad with feta cheese, so that sells very awesome. We sell it quite a bit of that actually. I think that sells more than the chopped salad, which I was kind of shocked about.
And then the other thing with the lunches is that we were trying something new, and chicken salad is the most popular protein salad that we have. So one of the things that is popular actually at Chelsea, and it's become popular at the Porter Hills Village for the cafe, is that we rotate a chicken salad. And so 1 week might be a cherry chicken salad, the next week might be a grape chicken salad. I don't know all the combinations off the top of my head that Mark's been sharing with you, but kind of a fun, different kind of rotation and flavor of the chicken salads. And so we thought we would bring that, as that's the most popular sandwich there. So that's kind of what we've tried in the last couple rotations. And I think that from the sales that is kind of proving to be popular and enjoyed
Yes.
with and among residents. So
Yeah, that chicken salad is I'll say 80% of most things sold for a lunch. We have tons of residents who love the chicken salad. The half sandwiches also are a big seller. So we got the half soups, we got the half sandwich and soup, half sandwich and salad. What was the other one? Soup, salad, yeah, soup and salad. And then we got the cup of soup and half of
yeah, you
the
could do a
mini
grilled
salad.
cheese, the BLT, the chicken salad, and a ham salad, or the ham and cheese sandwich.
Ham and
Yes.
cheese, not grilled cheese, but but they have been selling very well, and they have different bread options on there. So those are the chick salad and the ham, the half sandwiches, and they are selling very well.
Yes, I have been one of your customers for all of the chicken salads and the
Yeah.
half sandwich and soup.
Yes.
So the brunch menu, we've added the Belgian waffles. We worked on this a while ago. You gotta help me out. The cinnamon French toast.
Belgian waffles.
That one's new too.
Belgian waffles new. The cinnamon raisin French toast is new
Yeah.
as well for a Sunday brunch. That's been selling very well.
Oh,
Very
good.
well. Actually more than the pancakes. So Anne Marie, you were correct. Anne Marie thought that would go over very well. So we still have the chef's platter down there for Sunday. Mediterranean grilled cheese sandwiches sell pretty good for Sunday brunch. And of course the salads for regular salads, they are selling pretty good. Eggs Benedict is the top seller for Sunday brunch. That was an Anne Marie's one too. Yes. Permanent Eggs Benedict. So she wins. I lose.
How about, is the grilled patty melt new this time around?
The grilled patty melt is new. It's not
Okay.
selling as much, but it is
All right.
new coming around. And then of
Well,
course,
we're advertising it a little bit, but how, they're busy and all that French toast and eggs
Yes.
Benedict.
Benedict.
exactly. And waffles.
Order that patty melt for later on for dinner later on that day. So I could be right about the patty melt too.
The patty melt. So, but yeah, they're pretty good. Those are selling very well. The scones and the cinnamon rolls as well for Sunday. Scones and cinnamon rolls are selling very well for Sunday. Blueberries seems to be the residents' favorite.
Blueberry scone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Blueberry, and then I would say apple, and then the other one is the cranberry.
Okay.
Mhm.
I would say, we had a question. I'm just kind of randomly inserting our questions. I guess I'm jumping the gun. Vegetables. So there was a question about vegetables, and just
We're
as
going
we're
in next.
reviewing the menu options and those items there. This time around, we're featuring the sauteed spinach and then the spring blend vegetable, which we want to define, because I think we've not defined it. So moving forward, we'll define it, and that'll be a zucchini, a summer squash, red onion and grape tomatoes. And that will be the fresh spring blend vegetable that we'll be featuring. And then we'll have the chef vegetable. So those are 3 hot vegetables there. We really want to dedicate and have fresh vegetables for you. So I think the request was for more hot vegetables. Our understanding with people were looking, one question was to have 5 hot vegetables as a selection per day. And that is just something that we're not able to accommodate and meet that request. We hope that the 3 hot vegetables, you'll find a good variety in with that. Additionally, though, as a reminder, you can also have the mini salad as a side. There's fresh fruit if you're looking for a healthy option. And then if you're looking for more vegetable choices, and there is also coleslaw that is on the menu daily. So there would be 6 of those options there to kind of help with those things. And then, of course, so this sauteed spinach, the fresh spring blend vegetable, and then the chef vegetable of whatever that may be featured for the day.
Okay. And we
Got a
did
few
get one
comments.
comment about the roasted broccoli went over well last week for this resident. So that's nice. She said it went over well at the table. So thank you for sharing that. And then if you see a suggestion from a resident, is it possible to substitute fruit for hash browns with the eggs Benedict?
No, you won't be able to because the price points are different. For the hash brown, I think I just had that this past week. But they are able to order fruit if they like that for a side option. But the prices for our Sunday brunches are priced out specifically for that. Anything that they will want, like mainly, like I think somebody even asked for a fruit plate instead of, I know I had a resident ask me for a fruit cup instead of toast on the meal. I can't possibly do that. It's totally 2 different price points, but they can order a side if they like. The price points are different.
Okay, so if someone gets eggs Benedict, they don't want the hash browns, that's okay, but we can't substitute fruit. You'd have to purchase the fruit additionally.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. And I'll say it's the same thing up at Riverview Cafe. I've tried to finagle the same deal and they will not let me. Okay, so we are caught up here in the Q&A, and thank you for our commenters out there. So I think Anne Marie actually might have gotten to some of these things in the other. So
I skipped one thing, and then there was a request for the tuna salad when we're talking about the lunch protein. We've really only had one request for that, and I think Mark is looking at working that into like maybe a lunch
Weekly
special
Yes.
for that. And so we've not gotten any other feedback of missing that. So
Yeah.
if that is the case, the comment cards are greatly appreciated, and that feedback, we like to listen to that and make sure that we're hitting the majority of what people are looking for, and making sure that we're able to review those requests.
Yes.
And I will say, because Anne Marie made me remember this, but the comment cards, those were empty over the weekend and they are stocked up again.
Okay.
So all set to leave your comments again, and you could put them straight into Chef Mark's box, or you could put them into the box 62 slot as well.
Great.
So we covered the lunch protein, we covered the vegetables. We did have folks wondering, kind of where do our suppliers get their product in terms of, these seasonal fresh vegetables or fruits, anything like that. So I'll let Anne Marie and Mark speak to that a little bit too. And then I'll also share this link that is kind of neat for you guys to check out, as much as Anne Marie might not want me to share it.
Of me talking, and I am a little camera shy and a little awkward. So that is what that is. But there is a lot of good material and information about the suppliers that we use, about the freshness that we have. So it is a great link and resource. So check that out. We do work closely with Superior and Cisco's of just, ensuring that they're using local farmers during this time. Our season in Michigan is short. So we want to, not plentiful. So we're not in California. So it makes it hard with those fresh fruits and vegetables. So we do try to make sure that we're using the Michigan farmers as much as possible. And there's a full listing there. Oh, look, Natalie's showing you.
Here we go.
So fantastic. So, yeah, and then there's always, Mother Nature of just how the produce is coming through for the year, and what the rains are doing or droughts might be doing to our produce. And so we do have some market watches that kind of come through and just talking about items, market alerts, talks about all sorts of fun facts. The transportation national diesel average is $5.67. Last year it was $3.31 or 33.1 cents last year. So it's just to kind of give you an idea of where things are at, just for transportation with the diesel, the trucks, of where those things are at. Just randomly, the market alerts right now we have on avocados, bananas, blueberries, Brussels sprouts, red and green cabbage, carrots, mushrooms, potatoes, actually, romaine hearts, and Roma tomatoes. So we get this report every Monday, and it kind of gives us a good idea of what we could be expecting of the supply, where that's at, and a lot of detail. So if the supply is good, fair, excellent, and then what the quality is like as well. So might have a good supply of it, but the quality might be poor. So that is something that we look at when we're trying to make purchases, and we're looking at what to menu and where we're at. And then, as you all know, you can get right now at home, I bought a beautiful looking watermelon, cut it up, and it doesn't really taste like anything, but I'm making my family still eat it. We do, taste some of those items, with that there, but produce, it is hard. Something can look beautiful and not good on the inside, with that there. And I think there was a comment that tomatoes just aren't red enough right now. And so maybe we need to buy a different tomato for the time being, but that's kind of where the availability is. Tomatoes really haven't hit their peak season yet here in Michigan for sure. So that's kind of where we're working through with those items there. So here's our list of local produce farms from shore to shore. So we're out in Coopersville, we're in Bay City, Jonesburg, Michigan.
Gregory, that's close to us.
Yep,
here.
Gregory, yep, Temperance. Well, I'm out in Grand Rapids today, so Zeeland and Hudsonville are close. And then what else? It's moving on me. So, but lots of local produce there. And we continue to, make sure that our suppliers know that that is important to us, that we are buying locally sourced items, which is also, if you want to go back down, Natalie, a little bit. So our partners, Superior Foods is a Grand Rapids started family owned company there. Prairie Farms, all the milk that is provided to Prairie Farms are from Michigan. Probably a few Ohio and Indiana dairy farmers. Cadillac Coffee is a Michigan company. Sewn Linen is a family owned company out of Lansing. Cochran Brothers is also a family owned company out of Detroit. And then Vance Pastry is on the west side here, family owned bakery here. And then Detroit Cutlery, although Mark sharpens all his own knives. So that's definitely local.
Very local.
And then our meats too. We really work with Superior of where we're getting our meats and making sure that we're focusing on those items there.
And I will make sure the link to this specific page is in the minutes so they can watch Anne Marie's video.
So
And
there's
of course, Chef Mark is always on all of our
he is
materials.
much
here.
more camera. The camera loves him.
Okay, so we'll make sure you have that link if you want to read any further into that. We do have something in the Q&A that I will jump back to here. So I think this question is going back to the Eggs Benedict. If you do
Yeah.
not want the hash browns, why is there no price reduction? So I'll have my version of the answer, but I'll let Anne Marie probably give a better answer.
It's the plate with there. I mean, I guess we could look at if you want toast instead, but it becomes into a lot of, I just want to say, I don't know how to program it. And, our menu items, it would have to all be then a la carte. So it would then have to be, and I forget what this was. What was this originally?
Eggs Benedict.
With the Eggs Benedict and the hash browns.
I'm trying to pull up, I had the menu up, so it would then have to be a la carte. And then, I mean, to have a full 100% a la carte menu, a lot of people then feel that that's more a nickel and diming, and that's not what we're trying to do. So Eggs Benedict, you get 2 poached eggs over Canadian bacon, English muffin topped with hollandaise, and then served with hash brown. So the substitution out of that to be equal would really be French fries would be another substitution for that, or toast. And I don't know if that is something, of what you're looking for. It's just like when you order a sandwich and if you don't want the chips with it, there's not a price reduction.
Yeah,
like the
so
Eggs
our
Benedict and
dishes
what was
are
the other one?
priced as meals and they're not
Yeah.
priced as a la carte items.
Correct.
Okay.
And you said, Anne Marie, you said you ordered a meal with chips. I was just with my nephews this weekend. We went to Fireside Sub. Is that what that's called? Fireside Sub. And they
Oh. Those are
offered
good.
it with chips too. And it was like, you get chips? It was like, yeah. And my nephew goes, can I get one of the cookies instead? He was like, no, you got to pay for those. So he didn't want chips, but he ended up getting chips. But the concept is absolutely the same. But like you said, the only other option would be toast or French fries. And nobody seems to be interested in either one of those. At least I haven't got a request for any of that.
Okay. So we did cover the agenda. We covered our pre-submitted questions. We are all caught up in the Q&A box. Is there anyone else out there? We do have some time if you wanted to put a question in the Q&A box. And this is Gail's very first resident meeting. So this is pretty exciting.
Welcome, Gail.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
And it's a big job back here to manage the Zoom. And make sure our folks in the learning studio can watch and we get all the questions and the right screen is shared. And so she'll be learning all of this.
Any questions from the Learning Center?
Hold on just a minute if I can get them. I think they'd have to go to the computer to unmute.
I know.
Margaret, a thumbs up in the learning studio. There we go. Okay, super. So we'll check in with you in the learning studio. And we are all caught up in the Q&A. This is recorded and we will do our written minutes as well. And I think we have a Q&A. Anne Marie, this is one that comes up occasionally. Want to go ahead, Anne Marie?
Any consideration for supplying cottage cheese? I think that we have tried this in the past and it goes bad. So I just think that I'd continue to keep that on your grocery list when you go to the store. So it is something that just really, there's not enough volume in order to utilize that and to sell all the products. So we end up with waste for that product.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a little bit of history I remember because we got a couple people that had these requests of kind of these cold things with the cottage cheese. Another one was applesauce. So we did a little rotation of, okay, this week we have cottage cheese, this week we have applesauce, because it's hard to keep everything like that in stock. We don't have the space for that. So we did it on a rotating basis, and like Anne Marie said, we did not sell enough of it, and the cottage cheese especially went bad, and so it
Yeah.
ended up being another thing sitting in our cooler.
It's just a wasteful thing when we try to do it, because I can't get them in these little small ones. I have to get huge, what is it? I think 5
Like
pounds.
5
yeah.
pounds, yeah.
So if I'm only getting one person, or 2 or 3 orders that week, it's just wasted.
Right,
But
and then
we
too,
did
the way
try.
that we label and date it, so
Mhm.
if you at home buy it and there's an expiration date that might have might have 10 days on it or 14, I don't know how long. But
Yeah.
once we open that container, it only has, that day plus 6 days, and we have to dispose of it per health code regulation. So it's gonna be really best that if that is a preference that you enjoy cottage cheese, to have that and purchase that at home. And there's, and that's what's kind of nice is that, let us make those things that you can't make at home, those eggs Benedict, or,
Avocado chicken sandwich.
that's right, avocado chicken sandwich. You don't have to turn the grill on for one chicken breast. Let us make those specialty things for us. And then you're able to, those other items, you might be able to make on your own in your apartment, and let us do the other things for you. And
Yeah,
it keeps your grocery bill down, and you can use your decline dollars.
true.
Yep. Okay. So we did check with the Learning Studio. They were all set with their questions too.
Right.
All right.
Learning center.
Okay, well, thank you everyone for being here, and thank you people at home, and Anne Marie, I think you're in Grand Rapids.
I am today, yes.
Yes.
Thank you,
So-
and we're happy to have Gail with us for her first of many resident meetings here. So thank you all for attending.
All right,
right.
thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.